You know you're gonna be a top pick. You should be worried about what you're gonna be wearing, man. You tell me what you're gonna wear.
I haven't seen my suit yet. You know, they're in the process of putting it together out in Italy
it's
right
one of
now.
one.
So
You know it's one of one.
Any suit I put on gotta be one of one. You know, I'm not like, and I say that in a humble way. You know, I just don't fit off the rack. So,
say
you
it
know,
in the right way.
It's gonna be the right way. That's draft day, baby. That's what you get ready for draft day.
Draft day. 5 years later, how am I the man still? Oh man, you know I had to do it for you. Suits and ties yelling out, pay the guys, man, I had to do it for you. You know I had to do it for you.
Coming out in 1990, you know, coming out of college at Oregon State, it was me and Derek Coleman. You know what I'm saying? So we didn't know who was gonna go number 1 and number 2. New Jersey had the first pick. Seattle had lucked up and got the second pick. And I knew at the time I was gonna go either 1 or number 2. And when I seen Seattle get the number 2 pick, and at the draft, I'm like, cool, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna know what I'm gonna be. I only wanna go number 1. I wanna go number 2 to Seattle. And when David Stern went up there and said, with the number 2 pick, Seattle select Gary Payton from Oregon State, it took a lot of pressure off of me. It's a great feeling. And like I said, Kat, when you got number 1 and you did your thing, man, and all that, you know how that feels.
No, the weight of the world comes off your shoulders, you
Yeah.
know, because for me, I knew the same thing. It was Minnesota, and it was LA second. And everyone was like, oh, man, you can go to LA, but I wanted to be the number 1 pick. I didn't come here to be in the room for too long.
Right.
And I wanted to come in with a nice suit, look fresh as hell, and, you know, leave real quick.
Yes, sir.
Real quick, in and out process.
Yeah.
So I was more than willing to go to Minnesota.
Yeah.
I would have died to go be number 1 and be in Minnesota. And I go up there, and when I see Adam Silver walk out, he looked dead at me in the eye. I said, thank God, I know I'm gonna be good.
Yeah, you good. Huh?
I know I'm good. I started feeling like I
yeah.
get my suit ready, my
Your
moments
swagger
coming.
got a little bit.
Oh, yeah. Swagger
yeah.
started kicking in real quick. So I felt good, and you know, he went up there and said I was the number 1 pick, and I mean, you could just see, it's like, people were like, he knew he was gonna be number 1 pick. You could just see the relief out of me, just the fact that it came true. It can't be matched, and you're gonna have that moment. You're gonna see how we felt.
Well, young fella, you know what? You just gotta look forward to it, man.
Yeah.
It's coming, and you just gotta look forward to it. Right now, what are you feeling right now?
Like Kat said, man, it doesn't feel real till it actually happens. You know, like there's this whole process and a build-up. You know, the season ended, you know, a month and a half ago. So, you know, I'm just looking forward to, you know, that magic moment when, you know, he said, you know, commissioner walked out, looked him dead in his eyes, said his name. You know, I'm looking forward to, you know, a moment similar to that. You know, it's not in my control, you know, where exactly I go. So I don't want to put energy into, you know, thinking or wanting, you know, to go here or there, and then it doesn't happen. You know, I want, you know, when that moment comes, you know, whoever calls my name, you know, I'm showing up, lacing them up, and, you know, going to work, so.
For me, when I wanted to be number 1, it was deeper than just being number 1. I loved the challenge that was presented to me in being in Minnesota. I said, man, I want to be the number 1 pick. I want to go to Minnesota, and I want to change the way they see Minnesota. I want to make it a winning culture. I want to bring what I could do to the table, and every single night make us competitive.
It's a big responsibility on you when you go to a team and they saying, you're gonna be my focal point. Cat struggled for a long period of time in Minnesota, and now look at what they're doing. They're in the playoffs, they're in the play-in games. He's becoming an all-star, he's becoming this. That's what you want to become.
When I first came in, I said, man, you know, I want to win Minnesota. And, you know, I didn't know I didn't know what it truly was going to take. So I was like, man, if I go out there and just dominate every night and put up crazy stats, we'll have a chance to win. I was putting up the craziest stats. The wins weren't adding up. And I'm like, so what's going on? And then you start learning these little nuances. You start learning with experience the little things that matter. And it may not even be something about me, about getting a stat. It's about how you figure out, like, how to be in a better position to help your teammate if he gets beat on the perimeter.
So, I mean, you just mentioned one of the things, but, you know, what are some of those things? Because, you know, it is a team game. It takes 5 dudes to win.
It does.
What are some of those things that you learned that you had to, you know, kind of fit the pieces together to start putting those wins together?
You start realizing, especially when you're young, you got all the energy in the world, so you're running around like, 150%. You're going crazy on the court. You're everywhere, but it doesn't translate. And then you're saying, why is it not translating? Because it's like the little things you got to do when you slow down the game and you allow the game to slow down. And when you slow it down, now you're able to do the same things you was doing while helping others do what they got to do. It comes when you slow the game down and you say, okay, well, maybe if I'm here in this spot, if he gets beat, I could be there when he gets beat. So now that takes 2 points off. That 2 points there, 2 points in the second quarter, the 2 points at before halftime, the thing that comes, it sounds like 10 points. You're like, 10 points, man, I could go get that. Nah, you won't have days where your legs ain't gonna be there. It's not gonna be, so how you gonna get them going? All right, I'm gonna get my confidence. I'm gonna get my swag going. All right, I'm gonna get this stop. I'm gonna get this steal. And you gonna start talking to yourself and just breaking down the game. That's what experience, where you start figuring out how to use less energy to do the same amount of things you were doing with 150% energy.
It don't take a lot of crazy numbers and stuff like that. You can get crazy numbers and still be getting killed and getting beat. But he learned how to become a team player and a team mate.
You're talking a little bit about my shot blocking. Obviously, you're a little different, more of a primary guard defender.
One of the best.
One of the best to ever do it.
Thank you.
Just trying to get some of those tips.
With you, young fella, you're a great shot blocker. You time the ball, you do things very well. What I want to see with you, I want you to see you, and that's going to come with time. I want you to bulk up.
That's the thing that, I probably hear the most is got to bulk up and got to lift weights. I've been lifting for a couple years now, and I wouldn't necessarily just say bulk up.
You need wiry strength.
Yeah,
you don't
I
need
wouldn't
to bulk up.
Yeah, I wouldn't
you
say
don't
put
need
on
to
the
bulk
wrong weight. Just add strength and add the right weight.
That's all I care. It's not even more about the bulk. You've played like this your whole life. So obviously you in your mind and your body know something, because everyone's gonna tell you what they think they know, right? What the book tells them to do. Everyone's gonna tell you what the book or what they've been told by their granddaddy who was a coach for the CYO league. They're gonna go by that.
Right.
Like, you've been doing this in your own way the whole time, and doing it your own way has got you to be a top pick.
So I know how much I put into my game, and I know everything around my game, more than any fan would be able to know just from simply just watching me on TV or searching up my clips. So I don't pay too much attention to the random peanut gallery, whatever you want to call it. A lot of times I see people say I got to work on stuff I'm already working on. So I just try to tune it out and go to work on what I know I need to work on, and a lot of that stuff it's already in the works.
Don't worry about all that.
Yeah.
This business is a narrative-driven business. So there's gonna be so many narratives made about you and around you, and there's gonna be stories made up so people could have something to talk about, even though it won't even be close to true. It could be the furthest thing from false, but it sounds good.
Yeah,
so everything in this business.
Our job is to go play basketball.
Exactly.
Their job is to talk about basketball. So they need to figure out something to talk about.
It's just such a narrative-driven game, and I've for sure have seen it, and I've lived through it. People will make narratives anyway just because your name is hot, you ballin', but instead of giving you flowers, they're gonna make sure let's try to find something that could build, get more clicks.
Like what Cat say, don't take none of that crap about what people say. Going back and forth with people, man, you ain't gotta prove nothing to no one. Don't do crazy stuff. You don't need to do that. You're gonna have a lot of attention. It's not like in my day when they didn't have Instagram, they didn't have Twitter, they didn't have these phones with these cameras on it. Everything you do is gonna be scrutinized. They're gonna record you, everything you do, and you just take it. Take the fame and glory the way you're gonna do it. You're gonna be big. Just be the best person you can be. But I do give you one advice. Go and talk to a writer.
For sure.
It don't matter. Give him what you want him to have. You know what I'm saying? Get him to like you, because they do vote on stuff. You know what I'm saying? And it's not right, but it is what happens.
Business. Remember, it's a business.
What do you guys think on that? You guys think that it should be the writers voting on stuff like that?
At the end of the day, be you, and people gonna have to appreciate you for you. And if they don't, then fuck it. Who cares? Go on the court. Anyone in front of you, you let them know who you is, and you go out, you bust their ass, and then you make sure they gotta vote for you, regardless if they don't like you. That's what you do. You be you off the court. When you on the court, they could say, he a bum, he only good because he tall. All right, then fuck it then. I'm gonna go out here and show you why I'm nice. And when I go out there and show you I'm nice, then I'm gonna tell you, vote for me, and that's gonna be the end of it. Simple as that.
I feel like you're speaking from personal experience right there, man.
Yeah. Oh, man, you know I had to do it for you. You know I had to do it for you. Yeah. Suits and ties yelling out, pay the guys, man, I had to do it for you. You know I had to do it for you.